Hey there. Time to wake up. Don't be freaked out, okay? Everything's fine. Yeah, of course. Right. So, where do you think you are? Well, looks like I'm where I'm supposed to be. And not. Well, it's a mining mission. Remember signing up for that? Getting on board the ship? Going into cryosleep? Yes, I do. But why do I feel as if I'm looking in a distorted mirror? Are you? Me? Is this some kind of metaphysical experience? On the contrary, it's all very physical. Really? Yeah, I'll explain everything, but first I need to go through some routine questions with you. You know who you are? Sound question. A lifetime isn't enough to find the answer. Look, it's not a test. Stating your name and role on this mission will be enough. Okay, in that case, my name is Jan Dolsky. I volunteered to join the crew as a physician. I passed all the tests. They told me my resume was adequate. So, what went wrong? I'll be honest with you, a lot of things went wrong. This will sound disturbing, but my name is Jan Dolsky, too. I'm the one who went on this mission, but things got complicated and I needed help. So, I decided to create alternative versions of myself with different memories of their lives, different skills, and you're one of them. What? Wait, does that mean, yeah, you're my alter. But my life, I was supposed to. I wanted to make amends. And you can still do that, believe me, plenty of good deeds to be done here. You don't understand. I need to fix things. Everything's connected. My scars, the blisters on my hands. Wow. They're so impeccable. And my tattoo, it's gone. What happened to me? Who am I? Calm down, please. I know this is a lot to process, but it might help you to know that you're not the first to be going through this. Talking to the others might help you understand it all better. Take your time. Try to settle in gradually. Read the mission logs. Mission logs? I'm not dead, right? This isn't it. Death is something we're trying to avoid. That's why you're here. Okay. The absurd man says yes, and his efforts will henceforth be unceasing. Come again? Oh, just, a quote that came to me from, never mind. Just get some rest. Would you like me to take care of that?
That.
Lena?
I think I've got something that can help you with your altars.
Really? What is it?
I got my hands on some tech we've been using for one of our contracts. It seems it can be modified to your needs. It's a neural implant.
What? Oh, no, Lena, I'm not a neurosurgeon, and I only have the basic equipment here.
Oh, relax, okay? It's a tiny, smart device. Inserting it is no harder than vaccinating a kid. I'll send you all the necessary instructions.
Injections. I hate those.
Yeah, you always did. Good thing it won't be you who gets jabbed this time. At least not the original you. Anyway, it's take it or leave it. I have to say it wasn't easy to crack this one. And we did our best to make it as simple as we could for you.
Oh, wait. We? Who's we?
I consulted a colleague. He was in charge of deploying this implant for its original use. Nobody knows this tech better than him.
What was the original use?
The client was a big company operating in the private prison sector. They tested it on convicts applying for parole. The implant didn't just track their whereabouts. It also allowed them to control them in other ways. Regulate their levels of anxiety and such. Anyway, we think we can reprogram it to provide other brain treatments. We've worked out an initial formula based on your scan results. The implant will let us apply the formula, but also allow us to react in case anything goes wrong in the future.
Oh, hang on a second. Are you saying you want me to implant tracking devices into my alters' heads? But that means the corporation is gonna find out about them and get full access to their brains. Do you realize how vulnerable it would make them?
Look, I'm starting to think this is becoming a little bit too much about your alters. You asked for a way to cure them. I did what I could. Yes, it means coming clean to the corporation, and yes, it also means giving them control. But that might actually be a good thing for you. You were never meant to command that mission. Please remember that. Don't put too much weight on your shoulders.
My alters trust me. I could never do that to them.
Leave them to the mercy of a soulless institution for whom they're a massive inconvenience, a liability? It would mean giving Ally Corp an easy way to get rid of them whenever they want.
And you thought what? That you could grant them a long, happy life when you created them? They'd have to be brought to light sooner or later. You can't protect your alters from who they are. I'm sorry, but if you want to cure them, you'll have to expose them.
Maybe.
Just, please, whatever you do, don't trust Maxwell. I asked around some more, and the rumors are alarming. So I need to do some fact-checking before I share them with you. Why don't you follow the instructions I'll send you? Buy yourself time and let me get back to you, okay?
Yeah. Thanks, Lena.
Good luck.
Okay. Right. Done here. Should I open this now? You treat people like goddamn tools. Well, I'm not a tool, so you better show some respect. Really? Hey, man. How are you taking it? First Molly dying, and now your condition. It must be hard for you. How am I taking it? Well, I've been thinking. If Molly was the first one you created, and I was the second one, does that mean I'm next in line? No one else is dying. Not on my watch. You seem pretty confident about it. The way Molly went was just so sudden. The irony is, I liked being around that creature. It kinda consoled me. Yeah, me too. I thought I was the only one who missed the poor beast. Did she remind you of Mom's dreams, too?
Yeah. Yeah, she always wanted to move to the country and settle down on a farm. She wanted to raise sheep, remember? Only came back to me after Molly went. Yeah. True, I'd forgotten about that. Dad never took those dreams seriously. And neither did we.
That's an understatement. We absolutely hated them. Her annoying love of nature. Every weekend she'd go, Jan, why don't we go for a walk? See how the park has changed since last week.
Looking back, I wish I'd said yes more often.
Yeah. Our idea of a perfect day was to stay in our room all day and play games.
Luckily, she let it go eventually.
Oh no. She gave up on us, but she never let go of her sanctuary.
Sanctuary? What do you mean?
In the park? The bench? Yeah. She couldn't have a house in the country, so she found herself a hideout in the city. Her favorite bench. She revealed her little secret to me years later. You're telling me she never took you there?
No.
No. Right. I guess that's because it was after Dad moved out. You were gone by that time.
You should take me there one day. When we get back. I'd love to see it.
Don't do that. I'm not a kid. I know I'm never coming back. All I can do is imagine I'm sitting there looking at freaking trees with her again. This place here makes you forget what trees even look like. And after she passed, I went to sit on that bench on my own. Every time I was down, I went there. It comforted me. I guess I could really use a place like that now.
So, heard the news? I think we might have a cure for you.
Yeah, I heard. And I want you to know I don't like it. It would be like being fed my own brother's brain.
What if I told you I'm looking for another way?
Yeah, whatever. I'm starting to think it's not the solution that's the problem. It's the fact you put us in this situation in the first place.
Have you heard? We have another way to cure you.
Right. Well done. Brain implants. Talk about jumping out of the frying pan and into the fire.
About that experiment, maybe you should reconsider. Looks like talking to Lena helped find an alternative solution after all. Yeah. I mean, the idea of that implant doesn't sound so great, but I guess Lena knows what she's doing, right? I found an alternative solution to your problem.
I know. The news stirred up some emotions. What are you gonna decide?
It's a tough one. I don't know, really.
Want my advice? If you don't know what to do, always go down the more difficult path. All done here. Should I help with this now?
Hello there. Are you feeling okay? My neurotransmitters are a mess. My mind's alert intellectually, but there's this numbness. Hey, wait. Am I on immunosuppressants by any chance? You know your neuroscience. A true mental health specialist. Just what we need on this mission. Yes. You wouldn't mind grabbing me a coffee, would you? Sure. We've got plenty of coffee. You can have all you want, but first, I'll need to brief you on the situation. Mind answering a few simple questions for me? I'm yours for the taking. But please don't quote me on my answers. I'm not quite feeling myself. Of course. Let's take it easy. Why don't you start by stating your name and role on this mission? Oh, gee, that really is simple. My name is Jan Dolsky, and I'm a mental health specialist. I'm also here because of a pioneering project I initiated on my socials. In short, the goal is to raise awareness about the psychological challenges of space mining missions. But enough about me. Tell me about yourself. Well, this might be disturbing, but I am Jan Dolsky too. Disturbing? Do you find it disturbing? Tell me more. Okay, I got stranded here on this planet, and I needed to dig deep to survive. So, I created copies of myself with different life paths and different skills to help me get by. Alters. And you're one of them. Okay, let me get this straight. You are Jan Dolsky, and I am your alter. Yes. Physically, we're the same, but underneath that, the quantum computer reprogrammed you with a different awareness. Wow. You reprogrammed my awareness? Can I raise awareness about that? Your reach will plummet, man. Because that's not everything. There are more of you in this base. More of me? No, other alters. The same person, but in different versions. Ah. Dude, I have had some mind-bending experiences in my life, but this, I have to say... Did you mention something about coffee? You can get some in our kitchen. While you're at it, take a look around the other modules, meet the guys, and read the mission logs. I think you'll find them very informative. The logs or the guys? Both, I guess?
Do you want me to take care of this, Jan? To talk to you.
Are you settling in? You joined us at a difficult moment. Believe me, before I got here, I've seen some of the most unfriendly places to live on our home planet. Not much can put me off. Want to know what really impresses me? The variety of walks of life in this base, all belonging to one man. It's amazing how different we are. Yeah. Guess I got used to it by now. I don't think I ever will. I noticed something else, too. The others. They have a lot of common memories, many things that they can relate to, but me? I seem to be different. More different, I mean. I think it must be because I branched away at some much earlier point in time. When do you think that was? I don't know. But you
all stayed with our parents. For better or worse, I didn't. I ran away from home when I was a teenager. Seriously. Why? What happened? You know how I was at home. Never really nice. But one day, I just couldn't take it anymore. I had an ugly row with Dad. Again. He told me I was useless. Again. And Mom, I loved her, but she was so passive in it all. All I knew was that I wanted to be somewhere else. I had a friend by that time, so I packed my stuff and went to live with Edgar. Edgar, a retired doctor, my mentor. He worked down the streets of the slum district I ventured to, distributing food and medicine to the needy. Took me under his roof and taught me that however much you do for others, there's always room for you to become a better person. You just have to see it. Sounds like a wise man. No wonder you preferred hanging around with him than with Pops. It's not that simple, but yeah. He gave me a sense of direction. Living for others. Freeing yourself from material needs and desires. Free from desires? Does that mean you're some sort of monk? No, Jan. Far from it. In fact, I was just going to approach you about something very human. Go on. Well, you see, I look around and I see amazing people. Us, a unique group of extraordinary individuals. But what are we mostly preoccupied with? Efficiency. Scurrying and hurrying to get things done. Prosaic tasks. Repetitive activities. Even if we entertain ourselves, it's for a purpose. We never pause because we're so afraid to die. But eventually, we will die anyway, right? Of course. But it does make a difference if we die now or later. Who knows? Maybe it makes more of a difference if we die happy or not. The only thing certain is the present moment, Jan. And I know one thing. We're not cherishing it enough. How can we cherish it? We can stop for a second and enjoy something special together. Let me prepare a feast for our group to feed not just the body, but the soul. Make everyone feel that even if their material life has to end, their existence will be timeless. A feast to celebrate our mortality, Jan. Let go of our fear. What do you say? Okay. And what would you need to prepare such a feast? Don't worry, not much. I'm used to running a mass kitchen with only the basic ingredients. But I like to experiment with some recipes first. So I guess I'd like to ask you for some time and a decent amount of fresh greenhouse produce. Why don't you start at once? We have enough supplies for your needs. Thank you, Jan. You won't regret it. All done here. Should I help with this now?
Tell us what happened. Well, I couldn't open my eyes for like 4 weeks. They sewed my eyes shut.
good movie.
Hey man, I was thinking, you ever noticed how often we...
Listen, man, people are angry. Don't ignore them, okay? So, what do you think? I stopped acting like an asshole, so yeah, we're cool. I'm glad you took our little talk seriously. Good. Let's put this whole thing behind us and focus on what's ahead.